Southwestern Family of Companies welcomes you to the Action Catalyst. Each week, our diversely and amazingly accomplished guests share their insights and inspirations to help us ignite our own. So let's invest attention together to breathe, to reflect and refocus, and decisively defeat that voice we call Mr. Mediocrity. Then let's enjoy moving forward to make a positive difference in our world.
This episode is sponsored by Southwestern Coaching. Southwestern Coaching has helped over 12,000 people increase their incomes by over 25% on average. As a successful salesperson, you know the importance of increasing your sales, but sometimes you might just need a little extra push and accountability to meet your goals and grow your business. Southwestern Coaching will help you increase your income through one-on-one sales and leadership coaching tailored specifically to your needs. Together, we will elevate sales.
Welcome to the Action Catalyst. This is Dan Moore, and today we have a very special guest, Mr. Dustin Hillis, and delighted that he can share some of the learnings that he's had. So, Dustin, welcome to the Action Catalyst.
Thanks, Dan. It's so great to be here.
Well, that's great. Now, for our listeners who are not as familiar with Southwestern Family of Companies, which I know will change over time, but there's some that aren't as familiar with it right now. Can you just tell us about the company and what we're all about?
Yeah. So Southwestern Family of Companies was founded in 1855. We're actually the oldest direct sales company in the country. We originally started off as a Bible publishing company here in Nashville, and our company name Southwestern actually comes from Nashville being the Southwest of the United States of America in 1855. The glue that holds everything together is our principles. And really, we have a document called the Southwestern Statement of Purpose. And the Southwestern Statement of Purpose is something that the board of directors reads to start every board of director meeting. And we go person by person, line by line, and read the entire family statement of purpose. And at the end of reading it each time, what we talk about is this is the most important thing. This is what we should hold each other accountable to. And really, if we all hold ourselves accountable to the statement of purpose, everything works out. And that's what we've been doing for over 160 years now.
So the principles are what it's really about, and that's what unites us in a common way of believing and thinking and acting. And different personalities can easily fit around those principles.
One of the things that makes Southwestern Family of Companies different is that we put our principles before the personalities.
I think that's absolutely awesome. What are one or two things that you feel like you've learned and experienced that every leader should be alert to and paying attention in his or her business?
Yeah, I would say the most important is honing in on our core values, and that really the most important thing that we all need to be focused on is why we are here. And if we don't know why we're here, then what are we doing as a company and as humans? Because Southwestern has so much rich history and stories and messaging, but we weren't clearly communicating it to the outside world. And for us, our three core values is number one is that we invest in people and we invest in businesses. And investing is an interesting word because a lot of people think with investing, it has to do with money. And yeah, we do invest in businesses and we do invest money in people. But more important than money is your time. And what we really believe in at Southwestern, and we would argue we're the best in the world at doing, is investing time in people. Because when you invest time in people, those people are what end up building great companies. And so being invested in your people, where we have a thing called a personal conference, and we break that down to an acronym called the PC. So we teach all of our business leaders how to do a PC, which is a regular scheduled one-on-one meeting where you're investing in everybody that direct reports to you. And you're investing not only in their business life, but their personal life, because they're so intertwined. And that's why at the Southwestern Family of Companies, we truly treat each other as a family and we invest in each other. The second core value is inspiration. And we know that in order to be inspiring, you have to be inspired. And so many people think you're either born motivated or you're not. And Southwestern debunks that myth. where you think about it, for 164 years, we've been recruiting, training, and motivating college-aged people to go sell books door to door on straight commission, which is a very tough job. And if anybody knows college-aged people, typically during the summer, they are not doing hardcore, type of sales jobs. They're typically finding the easiest, the path of least resistance for their summer work. So we have methodologies that actually teach people how to be more inspired. And I think if you can dedicate your life to inspiring other people to reach their goals in life, that is a life well lived. That's a company well serving the world well. And so inspiration and inspiring the world and other people is a core value for us. And then the third and the most important is impact. And I think at the end of the day, God's not going to care how much money is in our bank account. But I do think that we get to look back on our lives. And I imagine it's like watching a movie, Dan, where we're sitting there next to maybe Jesus or Abraham or somebody, and you are eating some popcorn and you get to look back at your life like a movie. And that every one of the interactions that you were able to have with somebody where you impacted their life in a positive way, that we get the opportunity to see the butterfly effect of that investment, of that inspiration, which ultimately leads to impact. And we want to invest in businesses and invest in people that believe in impacting the world in a positive way and making a difference in the world for good, because there's too many things out there, Dan, that are not for good. And people are focused on what's in it for me, and companies are focused on making a profit versus serving. And we want to flip that and really focus on doing it based on impact for the world.
Mm-hmm. It's profound. So invest, inspire, impact. How can our listeners and viewers keep up with Southwestern Family of Companies? What's the best way to get ongoing information?
Sure. www.southwestern.com.
That's great. All right, everyone, take care. From the Action Catalyst, Dan Moore saying goodbye for now.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. To stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and Twitter at Catalyst_Action. Thanks for listening.